Hello, all. Some of the students posted some good messages, some good ways to save money, and I like to talk about a few of them. And I want to show you three other calculators, but there is not any assignment associated with them. I just want first to talk about this. One student is saying that is saving money on, hairdressing, and which is, we that's an area that we can save money, and also using a car that is good in gas, and also, we buy shop towels and wash them rather than spending on, paper towels, and rather than be using buying bottled water, we can use water filters, which is a smart way. And also buying toilet paper and food and toiletries from Sam's Club. When you buy from Sam's Club, or you buy from Costco, they say you save as much as possibly 30% on the prices of the prices of what you buy. In fact, a few days ago, I bought some pistachio from Costco, and I looked at Walmart, and I noticed that how much I could save. Therefore, I had a great saving in there. And also here, a student saying that is, watching for the app, which is a great way of, knowing about these apps that are going to save you. If you do some research to find out, what apps are helpful, that's great. Another student is saying that they're using, Gomart, and, saving some, 3 cents, and then they can use that credit at a later time. And another area that we spend a lot of money is gift for others. Therefore, that can add up. It is birthday parties, Christmas parties, a lot of Christmas shopping, and those things. That doesn't mean necessarily we shouldn't go to parties. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't buy gifts for our friends and relatives, or our family, children. But we have that area, that we should, try to do a good calculation. Now, I want to talk about one thing. You all did this future calculator. And as you all see, here, imagine that I want to send for example, I have a son in 15 years here. Just imagine that he is now 3 years old. 15 years from now, he wants to go to the college. And I want him to have $25,000 when he is at age of 18. Therefore, what I have done here, I have put $1,000 as my starting, and that interest rate of 6%. And every year I contribute $1,000 at the end of the year, and I click calculate. It comes to 25,000. But I want you to know one thing though. This 25,000 is 15 years from now. You all know that $25,000 15 years from now is different than 25,000 today, because money loses its value in the future because of inflation, which means at that time, imagine I want to save it for my son to go to the college. And of course, 15 years from now, you know how colleges are going to be expensive. I have to adjust it to understand the impact of inflation. Therefore, if I think that there is a 3% inflation, 2% inflation annually, for example, usually it is 3%, but just for simplicity, I say 2%. That means that the real gain, my gain, won't be 6% annually, because 2% of it goes for 2% goes for inflation. Therefore, the real appreciation of my money, although it goes by 6%, but the real adjusted for inflation would be 4%. That means in reality, although the bank gives me 6%, but the inflation bothers me. Let's see if in that case what happens. Now, do you see? It will be $21,000, not $25,000. Therefore, this is one thing you have to have in mind when you are thinking about the future, that you know that what the impact of inflation is going to be. Therefore, another thing I wanted to show you, when I click here and look at this financial, I look at a good calculator here. It's called rent calculator. And when I click here, imagine that I have a salary of $80,000 a year, and I don't have any monthly payment for a student loan, credit cards, just as an example. Let's see what happened. How much my rent, how much rent can I afford? When I click calculate, do you see it is telling me that as long as my rent is 1,867 a month, that's a very smart, to stay. However, if I want to live in a little bit more fancy, all the way I can go to 2,400. This is in yellow area. However, I don't want to go to the red area. Do you see that? I want you to read and then maybe play with it if you are renting and read the things here at the bottom to learn more about. Therefore, another thing I want you to learn is very smart thing. Here it is when I go to calculator.net and I click here and I come here. Do you see here? It says fitness and health calculators. You all know that one issue is that we be healthy. Yeah, the people who are healthy can take care of their finances better because they have a lot of money to save. Therefore, I clicked on BMI calculator. And imagine I'm going to make it up. I am going to make it this one up. Let's say I am 30 years old and my height is 5 feet and 5 inches. And I weigh 150. I want to see if I am a healthy person or not compared to my age, which I am a male, and 5 feet and 5 inches, and I weigh 160 pounds. I click here. If you look at here, I am in a yellow zone. I want to be in the green zone here. Therefore, the meaning of it is that I cannot increase my height or, therefore I can, my age, I cannot do anything with this, but here is where I can change it. And maybe I change from 160, maybe I go to 150 and then I click calculate. Look at that. I came to a kind of green zone and now it is safe high about 145. And then I click here and let's see, that is even better. And I want you to, and of course, don't look at it as something that is set in a stone, and look at and read about this and read and even talk to your doctor. But be aware of these calculators. They are excellent tools. For now, there is not any, this is just a lecture. Tomorrow, we will talk about the insurances, personal insurance. That's some, assignment I posted we are going to talk about them. But for now, I wanted you to have this lecture. And if you have any questions, as I said, the more you know about these calculators, the better it is. These are very, very good, smart If you understand them, we will talk maybe about 401k at the later, pension, and your social security and UET. These are something we are going to IRA. We haven't talked about this. We will talk about them in the future. But we want you to understand this. If I were you, I would have gone and have played with this and have tried to learn about them.